I want to talk about e-commerce and direct to consumer a little bit more. I want to talk about that. So, e-commerce, we know that it's really convenient. And if you're a retailer and you are leaning into e-commerce, you are making your customer, giving them a better experience. So there's a great advantage to building your brand in that environment. But on the flip side of that, if you're operating brick and mortar stores, it's pretty expensive. It costs a lot more to have physical stores with all of that inventory and employees that are customer facing. So it puts a lot of pressure. The bigger e-commerce gets, the more pressure it puts on brick and mortar stores. But then there's direct to consumer. And I think this is really important to talk about. If you're a manufacturer, there's a lot of benefits to going direct to consumer, right? First is that you're going to build long-term, deeper relationships with your customers, right? You're going to build these relationships directly with your customers. Hopefully, you're going to give them great experiences. And then maybe it's just more convenient. Maybe it's a really customized product, right? But I think more important than any of that is it's going to give you the ability to harvest really critical first-party data. And in a world where data is everything, where we have more data than we know what to do with, first-party data is really important because you're going to use that data down the road to really develop and nurture your one-on-one relationships with these consumers over time. And if you're not developing that first-party data in basically every consumer interaction that you have, then you are definitely falling behind. Right, that first-party data is going to help you talk to consumers with better targeted messages in the right place down the road. And if you're not doing it, your competitors are, and you will definitely fall behind. But there's also other challenges to direct-to-consumer, and that's that you're cutting out the retailer. And I think it's worth mentioning that when you're cutting out the retailer, you rely on them for a lot of revenue, and if you're cutting them out of a big portion of your sales, that may create a lot of tensions.